Cease to hope and you will cease to fear. The Stoic philosopher Seneca, known for his timeless wisdom, once advised, cease to hope and you will cease to fear. On the surface, this statement might seem counterintuitive, even austere. Hope, after all, is often celebrated as a virtue, a light that guides us through adversity. Yet Seneca's insight into the relationship between hope and fear reveals a profound truth. Both emotions stem from our expectations about the future. Hope emerges when we anticipate a favorable outcome, while fear arises when we dread an unfavorable one. By tethering our emotional well-being to these future uncertainties, we subject ourselves to a cycle of elation and despair. At the heart of this quote is the Stoic principle of detachment. Stoicism teaches that peace of mind is achieved by focusing solely on what lies within our control. These are our actions, decisions, and mindset. In contrast, outcomes, external events, and other people's opinions remain beyond our influence. When we tie our happiness to results we cannot control, we become vulnerable to emotional turmoil. By relinquishing our attachment to outcomes, we free ourselves from the dual grip of hope and fear, achieving equanimity, a state of inner balance and tranquility. For Seneca, letting go of hope is not an act of despair, but a practice of freedom. To cease hoping for a particular future means to cease fearing its opposite. Instead, we can root ourselves in the present, deriving satisfaction from what we do here and now, rather than what we might gain or lose later. Consider the journey of a young artist preparing for her first gallery exhibition. Her days are consumed by alternating waves of hope and fear. She hopes her work will be met with praise, securing her reputation as a promising talent. At the same time, she fears harsh criticism, rejection, or even indifference from the audience. These emotions leave her restless and distracted, pulling her away from the very passion that led her to create art in the first place. As her anxiety mounts, she stumbles upon Seneca's quote, "Cease to hope, and you will cease to fear." Reflecting on these words, she realizes that her turmoil stems not from the exhibition itself, but from her fixation on its outcome. She resolves to shift her focus. Instead of obsessing over whether her art will be celebrated or dismissed, she chooses to embrace the joy she experienced during the creative process. The meditative rhythm of the brushstrokes, the satisfaction of seeing her vision come to life, and the quiet pride of completing each piece. When the exhibition day finally arrives, she feels neither exhilarated nor despondent. Instead, she experiences calm gratitude for the opportunity to share her work. By letting go of her expectations, she liberates herself from the emotional highs and lows tied to an uncertain future. An ancient parable captures the essence of Seneca's philosophy. There was once a farmer whose only horse ran away. When his neighbors heard the news, they came to express their sympathy. "What terrible misfortune," they said. The farmer simply replied, "Maybe." A few days later, the horse returned, bringing with it a herd of wild horses. The neighbors rejoiced, saying, "What incredible fortune." Again, the farmer replied, "Maybe." Soon after, the farmer's son tried to tame one of the wild horses and fell, breaking his leg. The neighbors lamented, "What a tragedy." The farmer remained unfazed. Maybe if... Not long after, soldiers arrived in the village to conscript young men for war. Because of his injury, the farmer's son was spared. The neighbors exclaimed, "How fortunate!" Once more, the farmer replied, "Maybe." This story illustrates the power of detachment. By refusing to label events as purely good or bad and by not clinging to hopes or fears, the farmer maintains his equanimity. His peace of mind remains intact regardless of external circumstances. The lesson embedded in Seneca's words can be transformative when applied to modern life. In professional settings, for example, it's easy to fall into the trap of overly hoping for success or fearing failure. Imagine someone launching a business. They might become preoccupied with questions like, will the market embrace my idea? Or what if my competitors outperform me? These concerns can cloud their judgment, leading to unnecessary stress. I didn't make enough money last year. By focusing instead on what they can control, researching the market, refining their product, and executing their plan with diligence, they can find fulfillment in their efforts, regardless of the outcome. Similarly, in personal relationships, hope and fear often create unnecessary strain. Hoping for a partner to behave a certain way or fearing their departure can lead to anxiety and conflict. Instead, by appreciating the present and nurturing the relationship without clinging to specific expectations, one can cultivate a deeper, more genuine connection. At its core, Seneca's quote is a call to live fully in the present. When we abandon hope and fear, we are no longer enslaved by the future. Instead, we can channel our energy into the present moment, finding purpose and peace in our actions. This does not mean we abandon goals or aspirations. Rather, it means we pursue them without becoming emotionally attached to their realization. By doing so, we free ourselves from the emotional turbulence of anticipation and embrace the steady calm of the here and now. Seneca's wisdom reminds us that life's greatest serenity is found not in controlling the future, but in mastering our response to the present. To cease hoping is not to give up. It is to let go of the illusion that our happiness depends on something outside our control. In doing so, we discover a more profound and enduring peace, a freedom that no external circumstance can take away. A gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver or doer. This profound quote underscores a timeless truth about human connection and the essence of giving. It reminds us that the real value of a gift or action lies not in its material grandeur, but in the authenticity and thoughtfulness that motivate it. True generosity is not measured by how much one spends or the extravagance of the gesture, but by the sincerity of the heart behind the act. It calls upon us to reflect on why we give and act, urging us to prioritize the intention over the form. When our actions are driven by genuine care, they foster deeper, more meaningful relationships and resonate far beyond their immediate effect. Intentions carry an energy that transcends material worth. A simple act of kindness rooted in sincerity can brighten someone's day and leave a lasting impression. Conversely, even grand gestures may fall flat if they are motivated by obligation, showmanship, or self-serving desires. This principle invites us to reflect inwardly. Are we giving to gain approval, to impress others, or to fulfill a societal expectation? Or are we giving because we genuinely care, wish to make a positive difference, or want to express our love and gratitude? When we align our intentions with our actions, we create moments of authentic connection. These moments hold the power to uplift others and enrich our relationships in ways that superficial gestures cannot. To bring this idea to life, consider the story of Anna and her grandmother. Anna, a young woman with a demanding career, rarely found time to visit her aging grandmother. On Anna's birthday, her grandmother handed her a neatly folded quilt. At first glance, Anna thought it was an ordinary gift, but as she unfolded the quilt, she realized it was made of small fabric patches, stitched together, pieces of her grandmother's old dresses, curtains, and even remnants of Anna's childhood clothes. Her grandmother explained, "Each patch has a story. This one is from the dress I wore to your parents' wedding. This piece is from the curtains that hung in your nursery. I wanted you to have something that carries our memories." Tears welled up in Anna's eyes. The quilt, though not expensive, was imbued with love and her grandmother's intent to preserve their shared history. It became Anna's most cherished possession, a reminder of her grandmother's unwavering love and the deep bond they shared. The thoughtfulness and emotional resonance of the gift far outweighed any material value. The story of Anna and her grandmother highlights how the intention behind a gift or action can make it truly memorable. In personal relationships, small but heartfelt gestures often hold more meaning than grandiose displays. A handwritten letter expressing gratitude, a homemade meal prepared with care, or a thoughtful token of shared experiences can deepen bonds and convey a profound sense of connection. For example, imagine receiving a letter from a friend who has taken the time to reflect on your friendship and articulate how much you mean to them. Such a gesture not only brings joy, but also reinforces the emotional connection between you. It is a reminder that sincerity in relationships is far more valuable than superficial acts. The PD principle of intentionality also extends to professional environments. Contributions made with genuine effort and a desire to collaborate carry more weight than tasks performed merely to gain recognition. For instance, a colleague who goes out of their way to mentor a junior team member, sharing their knowledge and expertise, demonstrates true generosity. Their intent to uplift and empower creates a ripple effect, fostering a culture of support and mutual respect. On the other hand, actions driven by self-interest or the pursuit of accolades often ring hollow. People can sense insincerity and it can erode trust. By prioritizing authentic engagement, professionals build stronger relationships, enhance teamwork, and contribute meaningfully to their organizations. To embody this principle in daily life, consider these reflective practices. 1. Pause and reflect. Before giving or acting, ask yourself, what is my intention? Is it to genuinely help, connect, or express care? 2. Prioritize, focus on the emotional impact of your actions. Thoughtful gestures, no matter how small, often leave a lasting impression. 3. Embrace authenticity. Be true to your feelings and motivations. Authenticity fosters trust and deeper connections. 4. Celebrate the meaningful. Recognize and appreciate the heartfelt efforts of others regardless of their material value. A gift's true worth is not in its materiality, but in the intention behind it. This principle invites us to cultivate sincerity and authenticity in our actions, prioritizing genuine care over outward appearances, whether in personal relationships or professional interactions. The thoughtfulness and love we invest in our gestures create meaningful connections that enrich our lives and the lives of those around us. Just as Anna's grandmother's quilt became a symbol of love and memory, our actions, when rooted in pure intention, can leave a legacy of warmth and connection. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. This timeless quote, often attributed to the Roman philosopher Seneca, holds a profound truth that resonates across all aspects of life. It reframes luck not as an unpredictable force, but as a consequence of readiness aligning with the right circumstances. By this understanding, luck ceases to be a mystical, fleeting occurrence and becomes something tangible, achievable, and within our influence. It emphasizes that success is often the result of diligent preparation, meeting the right moment, a moment that may appear serendipitous to an outside observer, but is in reality a reflection of consistent effort. Opportunities, by their nature, tend to arise unexpectedly. They don't always come with a flashing sign or advance notice, and they often demand swift action. This is where preparation plays its pivotal role. Without preparation, even the most golden opportunity can slip through one's fingers, leaving only regret in its wake. But with preparation, you can recognize and seize the moment with confidence and skill. In this light, preparation is not just an act, but a philosophy, a way of life that transforms potential into achievement. Consider the story of Julia, an aspiring graphic designer who dreamed of showcasing her creativity on large-scale projects. Though her current job involved mundane tasks, unrelated to her aspirations, she didn't let this deter her. Every evening after work, Julia immersed herself in design tutorials, practiced using advanced software, and kept herself updated on the latest trends in graphic design. She built a portfolio that reflected her passion and talent, even though she had no immediate opportunity to use it. Her dedication wasn't driven by any guaranteed outcome, but by a belief in being prepared. One day, Julia's company faced an unexpected challenge. They urgently needed a graphic designer for a high-profile project. Management was in a bind, searching for someone who could deliver results under tight deadlines. Julia didn't hesitate. Armed with her portfolio and years of quiet preparation, she stepped forward. Her readiness not only secured her the role, but also left a lasting impression on the leadership team. To her colleagues, it appeared as though Julia had simply been in the right place at the right time. But Julia understood that her so-called luck was a culmination of countless hours of effort and an unwavering commitment to her craft. Julia's story illustrates the transformative power of preparation. It turns the random into the intentional, the accidental into the inevitable. This principle applies to all walks of life, from career advancement to personal growth. For example, if you aspire to a leadership position, you might invest in management courses, actively seek mentorship, and stay informed about industry trends. These actions build a foundation that allows you to step into a leadership role with confidence when the opportunity arises. In personal life, preparation might mean cultivating emotional resilience and problem-solving skills so you can navigate unexpected challenges with grace and strength. Preparation also involves a mindset shift. It requires viewing every moment as an opportunity to learn, grow, and refine your abilities. It is not about perfection, but about progress. Taking small, consistent steps that build a reservoir of skills and knowledge. This reservoir becomes your greatest asset when opportunity knocks. Furthermore, preparation fosters a sense of agency. By focusing on what you can control, your readiness, you empower yourself to create your own luck rather than passively waiting for it. History and real-life examples abound with instances of people who have embodied this principle. Take Thomas Edison, for instance, who famously remarked, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." His groundbreaking inventions weren't born out of sudden flashes of luck, but out of relentless effort, experimentation, and preparation. Similarly, athletes like Serena Williams or Michael Phelps achieve their extraordinary feats not by chance, but through years of disciplined practice that prepare them to excel when the moment demands it. And so investing in preparation is, therefore, a lifelong process. It is about continually refining your skill set, expanding your knowledge, and staying proactive. Whether your goal is professional success, personal fulfillment, or simply navigating life's uncertainties, preparation is the bridge between aspiration and achievement. It's the quiet work done behind the scenes that enables you to shine when the spotlight turns your way. By adopting this mindset, you transform not only how you approach opportunities, but also how you perceive luck itself. So the next time you see someone achieving what appears to be an improbable success, remember this quote: "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." Beneath the surface lies a story of effort, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to being ready. Embrace preparation as your daily practice, and when opportunity arrives, as it inevitably will, you'll be ready to turn it into your moment of triumph. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. This profound quote by Seneca, a Stoic philosopher whose teachings continue to resonate across centuries, encapsulates a crucial life lesson. It serves as a poignant reminder of the dangers of overcommitting, multitasking, and spreading oneself too thin. While the modern world glorifies busyness and the ability to juggle multiple tasks, Seneca's wisdom invites us to pause and reflect on the costs of such an approach. When we try to be everywhere, trying to do everything and be everything to everyone, we risk being effective nowhere. The secret to true accomplishment lies in focus, depth, and intentionality. In our hyper-connected and fast-paced world, distractions abound. Emails flood our inboxes, social media demands our attention, and opportunities, or what appear to be opportunities, knock incessantly at our doors. Multitasking, once thought to be a hallmark of productivity, often leads to diluted efforts and shallow engagement. Instead of mastering one thing, we find ourselves scattered, exhausted, and dissatisfied. Seneca's words remind us that life isn't about doing more, but about doing what matters most. Well, focus is not a luxury, it is a necessity for achieving depth, mastery, and fulfillment. To live meaningfully, we must learn to prioritize, concentrate, and say no to distractions that pull us away from our core goals. Imagine attempting to water a vast garden with only a single watering can. If you sprinkle water everywhere, each plant receives just a few drops, leaving the entire garden parched and struggling. But if you focus on a small section, you can nurture those plants to thrive. Life operates in much the same way. By spreading ourselves too thin, whether in our careers, relationships, or personal growth, we dilute our energy and effectiveness. Consider the professional realm. Many ambitious individuals fall into the trap of taking on too many projects simultaneously, believing that doing more will lead to greater success. However, this approach often results in half-finished work, missed deadlines, and a growing sense of frustration. In contrast, focusing deeply on a single task or project allows for excellence, innovation, and satisfaction. In personal growth, the same principle applies. A person might decide to learn multiple skills: guitar, coding, cooking, and painting, all at once. Without focused dedication to any one of these, they may progress marginally in each, but fail to achieve true proficiency or joy in any. To bring this principle to life, let's delve into the story of Sarah, a young professional brimming with ambition. Eager to excel in her career, Sarah eagerly said yes to every opportunity that came her way. She volunteered for multiple work projects, signed up for evening classes to expand her skills, joined community initiatives, and even started a side hustle. Her calendar was overflowing and her days were a blurry of activity. Everything was time-oriented. Yet, despite her packed schedule, Sarah felt unfulfilled. She was constantly tired, and her accomplishments felt superficial. One evening, during a mentorship session, her mentor shared a piece of advice. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. The words struck a chord. Sarah realized that her efforts, though extensive, lacked depth. She decided to take a step back and reassess her priorities. Sarah identified the 3 areas that mattered most to her: advancing in her primary career, spending quality time with her family, and honing her passion for photography. She began saying no to commitments that didn't align with these priorities. She dropped extraneous projects and reduced her social obligations. This shift wasn't easy. It required courage and discipline. However, over time, the results were transformative. Her work, her focused efforts on a single project garnered praise and a promotion. Her relationships deepened as she became more present with her family. And by dedicating weekends to photography, she not only improved her craft, but also rediscovered the joy and fulfillment it brought her. Sarah's story is a testament to the power of focus. By channeling her energy into fewer, more meaningful pursuits, she achieved a level of success and satisfaction that had previously eluded her. Seneca's wisdom is not just theoretical, it is deeply practical. Here are actionable steps to integrate this principle into your life. 1. Identify your priorities. Reflect on what truly matters to you. What are the areas of your life or work that bring the most value, satisfaction, or joy. Write them down and commit to focusing on them. 2, learn to say no. Saying no to opportunities, tasks, or commitments that don't align with your priorities is essential. While it might feel uncomfortable initially, it is a necessary step toward reclaiming your focus. And 3, practice single tasking. Instead of multitasking, dedicate your full attention to one task at a time. Whether it's a work project, a conversation with a loved one, or a personal hobby, immerse yourself fully in the moment. 4, create boundaries. Protect your time and energy by setting clear boundaries. This might mean limiting your availability for meetings, turning off notifications during focused work periods, or carving out time for rest and reflection. 5, celebrate progress. Focus doesn't mean perfection. Celebrate small wins along the way to stay motivated and reaffirm the value of your concentrated efforts. Seneca's quote invites us to reconsider how we allocate our time, energy, and attention. In a world that often equates busyness with worth, choosing to focus deeply on a few meaningful pursuits is a radical act. It's a choice to prioritize quality over quantity, depth over superficiality, and fulfillment over mere activity. The next time you feel the pull to be everywhere, remember the story of Sarah and the wisdom of Seneca. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? Let that question guide your choices. By being fully present and intentional in your endeavors, you can achieve a level of mastery and satisfaction that transcends the ordinary. To be everywhere is, indeed, to be nowhere, but to be deeply somewhere. That is where life's greatest treasures are found. The difficulty comes from our lack of confidence. This quote underscores how our inner doubts magnify external challenges, making them seem insurmountable. Confidence, however, is not an innate gift, but a skill nurtured through deliberate effort, patience, and self-reflection. When we trust our abilities, even towering obstacles can shrink into manageable tasks. Conversely, without self-belief, even the simplest hurdles can feel overwhelming. To illustrate, imagine a young artist named Mia who dreams of showcasing her work at a local gallery. Despite her talent, she hesitates to submit her portfolio, fearing rejection. Every day, she stares at her unfinished paintings, convinced they aren't good enough. Her lack of confidence becomes the true barrier, not her skills or the competition. Then one day, her friend encourages her to take a small step, share just one piece with an online community. The positive feedback she receives acts as a spark, fueling her confidence. Gradually, she submits more work, and with each step, her fear diminishes. Eventually, Mia not only applies to the gallery, but also hosts her own exhibition. Her journey exemplifies how confidence grows with incremental actions and small victories. Confidence thrives when we reframe challenges as opportunities for growth rather than threats. If public speaking feels intimidating, start small. Volunteer to present in informal settings, such as team meetings or family gatherings. With each successful attempt, confidence builds, and what once felt terrifying begins to feel routine. This principle applies universally, whether you're learning a new skill, navigating a non-financial situation, or pursuing a career goal. Recognize that much of what holds you back stems from internal narratives, not external realities. By changing the story you tell yourself, you change your capacity to act. Preparation, practice, and self-awareness are the cornerstones of confidence. Preparation minimizes the fear of the unknown. Practice builds familiarity, and self-awareness helps you identify and address your insecurities. By breaking tasks into smaller, more achievable steps, you can tackle even the most daunting challenges with clarity and determination. The key lies in celebrating progress, however small, and using each success as a stepping stone to greater accomplishments. Mia's story is a powerful reminder that confidence isn't about never feeling fear. It's about refusing to let fear dictate your actions. Challenges will always arise, but with self-belief, they become pathways to growth instead of roadblocks to success. Conclusion. These quotes provide timeless wisdom that can guide both our personal and professional lives. The quotes shared above offer profound and timeless wisdom that resonates deeply across all facets of life, whether applied to our personal growth or professional journeys. These insights serve as guiding principles to help us navigate life's challenges and opportunities with greater clarity and intention. By reflecting on these quotes, we can uncover actionable strategies to bring purpose and fulfillment into our daily lives. Let us explore these principles in greater detail and consider how they can be practically implemented to achieve lasting change. Firstly, the importance of embracing the present moment cannot be overstated. Too often we allow ourselves to be consumed by worries about the future or regrets about the past. However, true clarity and peace of mind come from grounding ourselves in the here and now. By focusing on what we can control in the present, we empower ourselves to take meaningful actions that pave the way for a brighter future. Practicing mindfulness and being fully present in our daily tasks can significantly improve not only our emotional well-being, but also our productivity and effectiveness in every endeavor. Secondly, acting with sincerity and letting authenticity define our actions is a cornerstone of meaningful relationships and achievements. Authenticity fosters trust and connection, both of which are essential in our personal and professional interactions. When we approach situations with genuine intentions, we create an environment where collaboration and mutual respect thrive. Sincerity in our actions ensures that we stay true to our values, even when faced with adversity or temptation. Or equalizing life inspires excellence. It balances our lives with hope, ease, and passion. This principle encourages us to lead lives of integrity, where our words and deeds align harmoniously. Preparation, as the third principle, underscores the value of consistency and diligence. Success is often not the result of luck, but of careful preparation and persistence. By continuously improving our skills, broadening our knowledge, and staying disciplined, we position ourselves to seize opportunities as they arise. Preparedness also builds confidence, enabling us to tackle challenges with poise and determination. This principle reminds us that the foundation for greatness is often laid long before the moment of achievement. Focusing on fewer goals rather than spreading ourselves too thin is another key lesson from these timeless quotes. In a world that celebrates multitasking, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. By concentrating our energy on a select few priorities, we can achieve deeper and more meaningful progress. This approach encourages us to set clear, achievable objectives and to measure our success by the quality of our efforts rather than the quantity of tasks completed. It is through deliberate focus that we can make significant strides toward our aspirations. Finally, the belief in oneself and the courage to tackle challenges incrementally are essential for overcoming obstacles. Life is often a series of small steps that lead to monumental achievements. By breaking down daunting tasks into manageable parts, we can maintain momentum and stay motivated throughout the journey. This principle teaches us resilience and adaptability, encouraging us to view setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than as insurmountable barriers. Confidence in our abilities, coupled with a methodical approach, enables us to turn dreams into reality. By applying these principles to our lives, we can navigate the complexities of existence with a sense of purpose, clarity, and resilience. These lessons offer a roadmap to deeper fulfillment, helping us cultivate not only personal satisfaction, but also positive contributions to the world around us. They remind us that wisdom is not merely about knowledge, but about action. The choices we make every day to shape our lives and impact others positively. If these insights resonate with you and inspire reflection, we encourage you to take a step further. End quote. Hit the subscribe button to join our community of like-minded individuals seeking growth and inspiration. Don't forget to like and share this content to help spread these powerful lessons far and wide. We'd love to hear your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. Together, let's build this space for wisdom, positivity, and meaningful change.